Hi guys, welcome to Career and Corporate Hub. We are still celebrating Women's Month, and I would really like to interview as many women as possible to show or tell us about their journey, their career journey. So today I'm sitting with Sinezi, who studied IT, and I believe IT is quite in high demand now. Sinezi, welcome to Career and Corporate Hub.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. So tell me, Snezi, it's Netemba and then your surname?
Mkhai.
How did you come up with Snezi?
My mother's name is Nozbele and my son's name is Bele, and I am Sinetemba. So I took Sine and then I took Nezi and then I combined them. So it's my mom's name, my son's, and me. So that's how the name came, the Snezi name.
Okay. Okay, I actually thought Sinezi was like your full name, but obviously I didn't know what the meaning could be of Sinezi.
No.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. You're looking beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. You're looking beautiful yourself.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so just let's start from the beginning. Right. By the beginning, for your primary schooling and your high school schooling. The reason why I like to start from where you did your high school and primary, it's because somebody that is watching this interview could relate to your journey. Because sometimes when people see you like already doing your masters, they can't really relate to where you come from.
Yeah. Yes. So I did my junior in my villages as Buzalo JSS.
Yeah.
So I came to East London to do my high school.
Okay.
So I had people that were saying that, when I'm in high school, I'll choose maths and physics. So I was like, I want that maths and physics.
Yes.
Then I did not know what was it, but it's just that the name and like it was. Everyone wanted to do it. So I was like, I'll be those people, one of them that will do it. So I'll get to high school. I was like, hey, this is the different maths. It's not the one that we were taught in my junior school. So I was like, hey, I don't know how am I going to do this. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it.
And how did you survive it? I mean, obviously maths and science are not so easy.
Yes, it's not. So what I said to myself was that if this is my route, because they always say that you are too much. So I always say that there's nothing that I can't do.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to do this math. So I got to high school and then I did my math. So I would know that I'm going to fail it. So in my mind, I had that thing that I'm going to fail it. So I even registered that I'm going to fail it. So even when I was doing my 6 subjects, so I was saying, no, I'm doing 5 because I know in math I'll fail it. So anyway, I was like, I didn't do it, but I know I'll fail it. You know what happened? Yeah. I passed it.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that a good thing? Because like if you tell yourself that you'll fail, it's like something that you believe in, that it would happen.
Yes.
But then how did you pass?
So I ended up telling myself that there were my schoolmates and they were doing it. So I was like, how you guys do it? So they said that we stay here late, we practice, and then there was this guy that was good at maths.
Yeah.
So I'm not a very shy person, so I speak. So I went to him and said, I can see you are good at maths, so can you assist me?
Oh, wow.
So yes, so that's how I eventually got to study with him more and more. So eventually he made me understood.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. And then you chose to study IT?
Yes, I chose to study IT.
Information technology.
Yeah, I just applied. I was like, let me do IT. And there were people even there that said that if you do IT, you'll be rich, you'll have money. You know what is going in the world. So I'm that person that I want these things. I want these nice things that people are saying.
But you go for them.
Yes, that's one thing that I've learned.
Yeah.
There's a difference with wanting something. And then there's a difference with wanting it and actually directing or actually doing something to get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided that I'm going to do my IT. I get there and then I did my undergrad in support services.
Okay.
So I pass, just pass. Yeah. So there's different streams in IT. There's support services, there's communication networks, there's business application, there's software development. Yes. It's a lot.
Yeah. So do you get to choose as you're applying for your university degree or diploma or national diploma, when you're applying like on your application, do you get to choose that you're going to study IT or information technology in
support services?
No,
you don't. As a first year, you are all the same. It's just the foundation. You do the same modules. You do everything the same.
Yeah.
It comes to second year when you have to choose.
Oh, okay. And what made you choose support services?
I saw my marks in software development. I was not doing very well.
Okay, so you thought you
Yeah,
would.
so I was like, let me do support services.
Yeah.
Even my former lecturer said that you pass by 60 this software development. I think you can do it. And I said that if I'm passing on year 1 by 60, year 2 comes 55, year 3 comes 40 something, 50, and
Like
then
you'll drop.
yes. So I was like, I don't think this one. I think let it on the other side. So I chose support services. So I was in support services. There was a new module that was introduced now. Communication networks. It was new when we started. So I was like, I love these networks. So I ended up doing BTech in networks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is my specialization in BTech.
Okay.
I got employed and then I got to the workplace. So I'm doing hardware. So if you're saying that, my laptop cannot restart, my laptop is blank, I can't seem to access the internet, this document is hanging. So that is me, it's my first line. They usually say that it's first line contact.
Okay.
Yes, in IT, because we've got first line, second line, and up the route.
So as hardware, like, what do you do exactly? I understand, like, if your computer is not like restarting, it's not, switching on, like, you do anything to do with like the hardware of the computer. Can you just explain it more?
So from the user's description of the problem, so I will take it from there, because in certain cases I will have to open it. So I'll have 12 screws.
Yeah.
In my desk I've got screws, different types of screws, and I've got screwdrivers, different sizes. So when you get into my office, you will see it's a toolbox, IT toolbox. So at times you'll find me that I'll be opening the actual laptop.
Yes.
I'll be taking up the actual hard drive.
What?
I'll be actually removing the screen from it. The battery, like I can take every component that is inside that laptop, replace it and put it back again.
Where did you learn this?
I learned at my job.
Okay.
At school it was just theory that, this is the motherboard, that is where you connect it there's a software that we were using just to connect, but now you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as a lady, a beautiful lady like you, and you're going to, like, someone is like has a laptop issue, and you going to them to say, let me help you. How do they react? Like, I'm thinking, like, all that you explained, that you have to, like, strip the computer down and you can do all of that.
Yeah. So they usually ask, there was one thing, but there was a meeting. So they say that, no man, we're actually looking for the IT guy. No man, we want the IT guy.
Oh, they always say IT guy. And that is so true, actually. I've heard a lot of IT guy.
That's what they said when they got into the office. They said, we are looking for the IT guy. Imagine the bathroom is full and there's a meeting and there's this short lady that is coming and people were looking at me.
Like, how is she going to fix our PC?
They said, hi lady, we are actually waiting for the IT guy.
No way. And what do you do? Like,
and I said, no, unfortunately, it's the IT lady. And they laughed.
oh, wow.
Yeah, so they laughed. So I've managed to help them and sort it out.
And how long have you worked? So the company that you're working for, did you start today?
Yes, I started there.
Really?
Yes. So I was an intern, and then there was a post, I was an IT assistant. There was a post, I was ICT systems administrator now.
Okay, what's ICT system administrator?
Administrator.
Yeah.
So it's a person that looks after the organization system. They say that the server is done.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you are in control of that.
So I get into the server room, I look at the switch, I look at the servers, I look, the systems, is everything up?
Wait, when you are talking about the server, I'm looking at, in my mind, I'm thinking of the LAN cables so that you connect to the PCs or...
Many of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go look like in this big, I'm just thinking of like a big room.
Yes,
how does
it's
it
a
work?
big room, and then there are many servers, there are many, those internet cables, there's a lot. I think if you can see the picture of your server room, there are a lot of cables there.
Sure.
So if something is down, you need to think there are a lot of cables, which one are you going to touch?
Oh my gosh. And how many people are you servicing?
Approximately 80.
80?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
IT lady?
Yes. So,
wow.
yeah. So, you'll have people that will say that we need our emails up. There's the server that you are seeing. The solution that you applied yesterday didn't work.
Sure.
Today,
you need to get it up and running.
the users are calling you non-stop.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking of Home Affairs when they say the server is down.
Yes.
Yeah, and how long does it usually take? Like to
It
fix?
depends on the problem. You cannot really plan. Just like when you're updating your laptop, the user will ask, how long is it going to take? So there you have to make an assumption. One, you don't know how long or how big is this file or how long it's going to take.
Sure.
And the user will say that I'm rushing to a meeting, make this thing work.
Yeah. And yeah. And then now you move to study information systems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now it's a level up. Because in IT you start by doing hardware, because when you are in managing systems, you want to manage something that you know.
Okay.
That's what I believe. You cannot manage something that you don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
What made you decide to? Did you study a degree in information system or honors in information system?
It's my honors that are information systems, which includes IT.
Okay. And where did you study it?
I studied information systems at University of Fort Hare.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were doing part time.
Yes, I was doing part time because I would be from work and then I would be at school. And my classmates usually joke to say that we know seniors is going to be late always. Because I had to make sure that whenever I leave my work,
everything
running.
is sorted. Yeah. How do you manage your time? I mean, you've got a son, you've got...
That was the exact year that I was living full time with my son. So I would go to work, rush to class, leave my son with my friend, and then from school, take my son, then home.
Sure.
So there was my colleague that said that you look so tired. I was so tired. So tired.
And how long? It's a year, right?
It's 2 years part-time. It's a year if you're doing it full-time.
Yes, but you knew what you wanted.
Yes, and I'm that someone. I know what I want. I go for it.
But what disciplines you? What keeps you grounded?
I think it's because I'm the only child, and unfortunately my parents are no more. So that's the thing that I have to do it. And not pick up or whatsoever. Like if I fail today, I will just have to know that there's no backup plan for me. So I do not have a choice.
But I mean, I'm looking at where you are now, and you are still furthering your studies. You're doing your masters now.
I am. When they introduce me, they say Prof. SMK. I usually heard that even when I was doing my undergrad. I said I'm going to be Prof. SMK. It's my dream, and I'm going there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. if I may ask, how do you define success?
On my terms, it's doing what I want. It's doing what I love. It's being happy.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So whatever I do, I give it my all. I give it my all.
Yeah, that is so inspiring. I mean, looking at, once you get to a certain position, the salary is good, you feel like, why do I still need to push? And yet you still now you're doing your master's in
IT governance.
Okay.
Yes.
And what inspired that?
No, it's how I've got an interest in security.
Okay.
So even my research is about cyber risk.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, how with this technology and what is being developed and what is going on, what is the law saying? Which guidelines are we following? There's a lot, even in social media, there are a lot of things that are being said. Are those regulated? Are we complying? Are we? So that's how I was like, I think this governance is worth pursuing for. Yes. And the first time I applied, I got rejected.
Okay.
Yes. And then I applied again. So when they sent an SMS for the first qualification, they said that we regret to inform you that you did not make it.
Yeah.
I thought it was for the governance. And then I looked and they said that actually you have been accepted for the governance. I was like, I don't believe this. Because it was something I applied for.
So when you say you were rejected, what were you rejected for?
I did not qualify. Because I had BTEC when I started applying for it.
Oh, and then they wanted an honors degree because you wanted to do your master's.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that people don't really understand that after your BTech, you have to do your honors and then you do your masters.
Yes.
But I think if you do your MPhil, Masters of Philosophy, you can do it without your honors.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get somebody to interview with regards to the levels of qualifications from your BTech to your masters or your doctorate. So I believe IT in governance didn't just come out of nowhere. Like, where did you hear about it?
The first time I heard it was from a friend of mine. They said that, no, there's this new course at NMMU that is IT governance.
Yeah.
So I want to try it.
Yeah.
So let me go and try for it. And my interest was on with IT. I do not want to be limited because I believe IT is a very broad field. Hence, even my qualifications are a mix of match.
Yeah. You've got information system, and then now
I've got networks, I've got support, I've got information systems, I've got IT governance.
Yeah.
They all related. Just that I don't want to be kept in a box where I'll be specializing in one thing. So I want to be. I don't know. Yeah.
And I like the fact that you are moving with time.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about social media, like the governance, and also to look at really how IT is where right now. Artificial intelligence. What does artificial intelligence speak to you? Yeah.
So because that artificial intelligence, it's like a human, but in a more technological format. So what as a human, what is taken? Okay, what is done to you? Because you will have your fingerprints, of which in POP will say that that's your identity, and that's what we'll be recognizing you with. So whenever we're doing that, we just have to make sure that are we complying, are we not breaching any conditions.
Yeah. Are there a lot of ladies where you work, or just in general, like when you were studying IT university, postgraduate, now at work, are there a lot of ladies in your field?
In my field, because we were students, others say that they can't do this hardware stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So I think there's a few of us that are still in that hardware space, because it's a lot when it comes to that, because you have to be physically fit.
What do you mean by physically fit?
You have to be able to carry stuff. Let's say you must be able to carry a monitor, the big screen, just the monitor. There were cases when I started to work, those cases that are like this big, so you have to carry it. And the server room itself has got switches. They are up there. As you can see, I'm short, so I need some assistant, like a ladder, to climb in there and get in there.
But what would you say to ladies that feel like they cannot do it? But for you did it. Like, what would you say to them?
I think it comes to believing in yourself. I so believe in myself. I so if anyone can do it, then why not that anyone be me?
Yeah. And I really like this conversation, because also at work, where I work, I'm actually the only lady, like in the team. It's only men. And when I started, when I joined the team, I felt like, the work that they're doing, I don't think I can do it, because it like really, it required masculine energy, or masculine, like you need to, like lifting the staff, But when I entered the department, I looked at it differently. What is it that I can improve from the process? So if we are lifting, why don't we implement a device that can lift that part instead of me as a lady lifting it, So I started looking at things differently. But I see a lot of ladies that come and they leave because they feel like, no, I don't belong here. But I feel like they don't belong because they want to just do as, like when they entered, when they see, how can I put it? They just want to follow the process that is there already. They don't want to change anything. So I think that is the biggest issue with us ladies, that when we look at different environments, we look at how process is. when we enter and we feel like, no, I won't be able to do this, but we don't think of how we can improve the process to accommodate ourselves. And that's always possible. We can always do it, So,
and I'm that someone that says that if when I come to a place or when I come somewhere, it must be different. They must say that I just I was here. So whatever I do, I have to leave a signature.
Your presence must be felt.
Yes. So even the process were there, and I believe they were established to guide us, but it doesn't mean that we cannot change them. Change is happening. You cannot run away from it. So you can just prepare yourself for that.
Sure.
And in our field, IT changes every day.
I mean, now it's changing fast,
Exactly.
Every day, every
fast.
second.
Yes.
It's moving every fast.
Yes.
And I mean, looking at IT now, what would you say to somebody who would like to follow into your footsteps?
So you need to believe in yourself. Even in meetings, you come as the only female.
Okay.
We are female. We are facing different issues, and when it comes to IT, there are people out there that say that this is our IT, and you come as a lady, and you are saying that I am part of you guys. So even in meetings, you would notice that even if you say something, but because it's being said by a female, it's going to take a little bit more time. You need to convince. You need to work more than the others so that you can.
But how do you do that? I'm really not a big believer of working extra harder than the
others.
Yes, I just feel like you need to find like a strategic way to be visible. I don't even know how to explain it, but work smarter.
Work smarter, but yes.
Maybe elaborate when you say work harder. Yeah.
It's how am I going to say? Even the example I made for you, that even there was another company that came to our work, like selling the products and what. So they said that no, we are actually looking for the systems admin. It's another case, and I come again. It's different people. I come again, and this guy said that I don't think you are the ICT systems administrator. And that's why I said that. I think there are questions that I need to ask you to prove that you are.
No, but that's offensive.
Exactly. It made me feel like I was like, I don't understand this guy. And there were people there, so I was like, let me not get much into this.
Yeah.
Let me just stay calm. Because he even said that, do you know Active Directory, which is the system that we work with? So he said that I need to ask you questions, because based on your answers from my questions, I will determine if you are a systems administrator. And I said that I don't need you to ask me those questions. The organization saw it fit that I be the ICT systems administrator. They have, the courage, or they trusted me with their systems because they saw something. So I am not going to answer any of your questions.
Yeah. And the fact that you were promoted to that position, it means that they saw it fit and you were competent enough in your position.
And I went for the interviews.
Yeah. And what have you learned, like through all this journey, like being a woman in a space where, I don't want to say male dominated, but they expect to see a man when you show up. Like, what have you learned?
I've learned that IT, when you said that it was perceived or seen and still being seen as a male, as a field that only males can do it, or that is favorable to males. So I even said at my workplace, I'm here to make a difference.
Yeah.
I am the first IT female at my work. I've got an intern that has happened to be a female, and I said
that's good.
There's a person that is following me. So whatever I'm doing now, I have to do it so that the person after me does not have the same challenges I had. And I even told them that the chances that you didn't give me, just make sure you give her. Because what I'm there for, to make a difference. After all, I'm a woman, and I'm black.
Yeah. And what do you think about Women's Day or Women's Month? The reason I'm asking, we are celebrating Women's Month, and really for me, we looking at where we come from and where we are now. So if it weren't for women who started, opened the gates, or who fought for us to be in the table, we wouldn't been here, you know, like maybe managing or just be in a male-dominated industries. We wouldn't be there. We would have been looked at as we belong in the kitchen, or maybe the only job that we can do is to be a secretary. So what do you think about Women's Day?
Women's Day is about women. For me, it's about encouraging other women. It's about giving other women chances.
Yeah.
And those that happen to be before us, that are in management or whatsoever, but give women a chance. There's a quote that said, educate a girl child, you'll be educating a nation. So as women in this Women's Month, I want us to encourage each other, to believe in other women, to be supportive. When we are women, we are not belonging in the kitchen. We can do other things. So let's not even put ourselves in a box so it says that I think I won't be able to do it. If you think you can't able to do it, did you try it? Give people a chance, give women a chance, and then even when you penalize them, you say that I gave you a chance and you failed, rather than not giving them it all and then implying that you have failed already without even attempting.
Yeah, I feel like at work we often get scrutinized just because we are women, not because we failed. I feel like if a man failed doing the same job that we were doing, it's just like, okay, it happens. But as a woman, it's like, yeah, it's a woman. I knew it was gonna happen.
Since you are already there. So when I was starting my honors, the people that I was working with, they said that you can even start it, but we won't report to a female.
Are you serious?
Yes. So when I started my honors, I was like, I don't understand. Because they said that you can even start, you can even do your postgrad or whatever you're doing, but it will never be managed by a woman.
But I believe now you do have people, like males, that are reporting under you.
No, not yet. No, not yet, but I will be.
Oh, so I like that.
You know what they say? They say, Sina, you are too much.
What do they mean by that?
You are too confident. Okay. You are too ambitious. You are too. It's too much of everything. So that's what they say. So I was like, if I don't believe in myself, who's going to believe in me?
And
even the chances I got them because I believed in myself. And I showed them that I can do this. And I put an effort to make sure that I can do this.
And I like the fact that you're furthering the studies. You're not just sitting like folding your hands to say, well, I'll get there when it happens. But you're like really pushing. So where to from now?
From now, I am doing my MPhil, hopefully to graduate in next year.
Okay.
So since I'm doing my governance, I was like, let me do IT auditing.
IT auditing, even?
Yes. So now I'm planning my career on IT auditing. Even there, I'll just retire at IT law.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's my career.
Looking at 2023, looking at IT as a whole, would you advise somebody to study IT?
Yes, study IT.
Why?
Even you now, you'll be kettles that will need you to be IT, some sort of IT literate or know something. The world is moving and we are not going back. COVID showed us that IT is the thing. So you need to up your skills. The better you are in IT, we are going to IT. Everything will be on the cloud. Okay. So
and my favorite question, how is the money?
The money is good. It depends where you are. As I had said, it depends where you are.
Okay.
There's software development. There's web applications. It's coding that has money. Software development.
Okay. But that's not what you're doing.
No.
And where you are now, is there money?
Money is there, but it's not what I'm happy with.
Okay, that's why you're furthering your studies.
I love nice things. I love money, so I.
Okay, maybe at an average, where are you sitting at? If you're comfortable to share. Okay, hardware. How much were you earning?
Hardware is just 7,000-10,000 a month.
Okay.
So in hardware, you need to have a very vast experience.
Okay.
Yes. So you need to work in hardware. You need to work your way up.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are doing hardware for 15 years and the people who did it for 5 years, and now they're managing people who are doing hardware for 15 years. So I would also advise to further your studies.
Not really get stuck in hardware.
No.
Yeah.
Because with me, I'll be in a meeting and doing my governance, and they said that the server is down. I can go to the server room, fix it, and then come to the meeting and then attend the governance. So that is the advantage of being in different areas. Not just being limited.
Sure. And do you plan to stay with, what's the name of the company?
My ex-ac.
Yes.
I'll see where my future holds, but I'm not. I'll see.
Okay. Lastly, is there, actually before I get to this, are there any projects that you're doing to give back to the community?
It's not a really, what am I going to do, a planned project or what, but every time I go home, I've got people that I've identified that that do not have, okay, I'm going to be selective in this one because I am targeting females.
And that's okay. I mean, you mentioned that there aren't a lot of females in IT, so which is a good thing.
So so even on holidays, like there will be those. I love kids, so there will be those little kids. Like, okay, what are you studying? You've got your computer. When I go to the villages, they'll be seeing the laptop. So, oh, is that your laptop? What are you doing with your laptop? What is this? What is this? So you have to explain to them. Okay, this is the keyboard, and this is the monitor, like how things work. So in my community, I am involved in it's not a project per se. It's something that I'm doing, like just love to do it. When I'm home, I'll have a discussion with those small girls. And then I'll be telling them about that I'm doing IT. Okay, in IT, this is the computer. You'll be working with this every day. This is the keyboard. This is how you do it. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's amazing. I mean, for them to understand where IT comes from, I'm sure they get inspired and motivated to also further their studies. So I look at that as mentorship, like you're mentoring them. Okay. And then is there any question that I didn't ask? If there is, how would you have answered it?
Question you haven't asked, I think you've covered what. You'll be probably like how you, but I think you've touched on it. Like the challenges you'll be having as a male, as a female in IT.
We touched on that one.
As a mother in IT, it's something else again.
How is it? I mean, looking at hardware, I believe you cannot work from home.
You need to have in IT there are precautions or there are measurements that when you are dealing with hardware, you need to comply with. You need to have a specific desk. You need to have a mat so that those screws, they are sizes, there are different types of screws for different types of components.
Okay.
So the screw for hard drive will not work for the RAM.
Yeah. So you like the mat, is it like designed as
it's like a tray.
Okay. Yes. But it has like locations where you know.
I'll put this screw, this one is for hard drive, I'll put this one is for the RAM, this one is for the battery.
Oh my gosh. No, because I'm like literally trying to imagine a computer being stripped. So that's why I kept looking at her like, what? That sounds complicated. But I believe the way you broke it down, I think now I get to understand how, like you simplified it. So, you have to keep your nails short. You can't. Those screws will get into your nails. You'll miss them. You have to be like a guyish somewhere there. No, man. I mean, look at you. You look so beautiful. The nails. Okay, I don't know about the nails. How do you feel about the nails? Like keeping them short?
I've never been a big fan of big nails.
Okay.
Because even at home. With me doing my chores. So they kind of not helping me a lot. So I'd like to keep them short because even at home, even when my window is broken, I just take a knife, I see something and then I fix it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's quite interesting. Like, I don't want anything to do with manual work.
How's that?
Yes, I'm that lazy. I just want to use my brains and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we're different, and I really like the fact that you took your position in IT and you owned up to it.
Yes.
And really just to show that you can do it.
Yes.
We can do it as ladies. It's not just for males.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming to my podcast. It's my first time meeting Snezi, so I highly appreciate you accepting my invite.
All right.
Yeah. So all the best with your masters,
Thank you.
and I'm sure you're gonna complete it soon.
For sure, I will complete it. And when I've completed it, you'll know.
Please let me know.
You know.
Let me know. So if you have any questions with regards to IT, comment in the chat box. Snezi will be checking out your comments. If you have any questions for her, or if you would like her to mentor you, it seems like she likes mentoring people, you can also contact her. Are you on LinkedIn?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what is your... I'll put your LinkedIn handle.
Okay.
And then Instagram.
I'm not there.
Okay, I'll put her LinkedIn handle so that if you would like to get in touch with her, you can send her a message on LinkedIn. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.